Of Keir Starmer's attacks on freedom of speech.
It's exactly what you'd expect from someone who holds his position. It's nothing new. I think in the UK, things have gone farther in the UK on what would you say, with regards to threats to freedom of expression than maybe anywhere in the West, although Canada's doing its best to play catch-up, maybe New Zealand. It's in keeping with his ethos. It's not surprising, and it's a
breaking news tonight, and it's a story that's already setting social media on fire. The battle over free speech in the United Kingdom has just taken another explosive turn. Outspoken professor has once again torn into Prime Minister, accusing him of waging an open war on freedom of expression and covering up the uncomfortable truths Britain refuses to face. From censorship to silence, this could be one of the most controversial debates of the year. Peterson didn't hold back. In a fiery interview, he blasted Starmer's government for what he called attacks on free speech, a dangerous pattern.
Starmer doesn't want a national inquiry into grooming gangs.
No, that doesn't surprise me. It's exactly what you'd expect. I've got an article coming out in the Telegraph this week about exactly that issue, and so it's appalling. While there's hard questions that need to be asked about and answered about multiculturalism, and no one's willing to have the discussion, but it needs to be had, obviously. And I think there's maybe a way forward with regards to the signatories of the Abraham Accord, to have a serious discussion about how Islamic fundamentalism might be brought under control, and some vision
that grooming gangs were taking place for more than 3 decades.
No, that's what happened.
He says that's pushing Britain further down a path of control and suppression. He warned that the UK has gone farther than anywhere in the West in restricting open discussion, claiming even and are struggling to keep up. And if you think that's an exaggeration, just wait till you hear what came next. According to Peterson, this isn't just about words or opinions. It's about what the government refuses to talk about, especially when it comes to the grooming gang scandals that haunted British communities for decades. He called it appalling that Starmer doesn't want a full national inquiry into grooming gangs, saying the victims deserve truth and justice, not silence and political spin. These aren't new wounds, they're old ones Britain keeps covering up with the bandage of political correctness. And here's where things get even darker. Peterson argued that the refusal to address these crimes is tied directly to the fear of discussing multiculturalism, a topic that's become almost untouchable in British politics. He says the nation's leaders are too afraid to ask hard questions about integration, culture, and extremism because they fear being labeled or cancelled. But as he put it bluntly, without that conversation, nothing will ever change. He even pointed to what he sees as a possible way forward, suggesting serious dialogue between communities, including the signatories of the, to tackle what he called the rise of Islamic fundamentalism. It's a bold idea, one that could spark global debate. Because for Peterson, this isn't just about politics, it's about saving the principles that define the West itself, free thought and the courage to confront the truth. Meanwhile, Downing Street has remained largely silent, brushing off Peterson's comments as divisive and misleading. But silence can be louder than denial, and the public can hear it echoing through every unanswered question. If Peterson's words hit a nerve, it's because they expose something most politicians would rather ignore, that censorship, in the name of harmony, is still censorship. The reaction has been fierce. Across, supporters are calling Peterson a defender of truth and courage, while critics accuse him of stirring division and fear. But whether you love him or loathe him, one thing's clear: he's forcing the conversation the establishment wants to bury. And right now, that's making the political elite very uncomfortable. So as this storm brews between one of the world's most outspoken thinkers and one of its most powerful leaders, the question becomes unavoidable: is Britain still the home of free speech, or has that freedom quietly slipped away behind the walls of political correctness? Because once a nation starts silencing its own voices, it's only a matter of time before those voices are gone for good. Stay tuned, this fight is only just beginning.